Worked nicely. Alright. That worked out pretty well.
Dead end. But at least there's stuff.
Just knowing it was going to path there helped out a lot. We could have avoided them, but why?
Done with the cave. So what's next on this path?
That's way down the mountain. Yeah, it's right there. That's where we're supposed to go next. So let's get rid of that. There's a pigment up here. Supply crate. Before we cross, maybe we should go up? I don't know. Well, I guess I'm not seeing the pigment yet, which means we're probably not close enough.
Around the bend we go.
I mean, I don't know why we for this. Pretty obvious.
Across this one. Down, then up. Down it is.
That's how it seems to be, down to go up. Yep. And there's our pigment. Alright.
There's the way up. I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is firm now.
Alright, there is a climb there though. For what? What's up there? It's a bike. Like, there's a supply crate there. How do we get to that? Is that like an on the way back kind of thing? Double check it. Yeah, it's gotta be on the way back.
Wasn't exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here. And I don't think it's friendly. Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut. Guess out of that. No room. Alright, towards those machine hells.
Well, we're about to get ambushed by something. It looks a lot like a bear. Weakness is fire. Let's just do it here. Let's look here. It's easier to see here. So we got those. Come here. Alright, so Frost Claw. A huge acquisition machine that circulates cryogenic fluids for its attack and defensive capabilities. Despite its size, it is quick and deadly. Alright, so we've got the body, it's fire weakness. Hard outer casing protects synthetic muscles and operating systems. Freeze sac. Okay, it looks like it's on its back. Destroying this component triggers a freezing explosion, inflicting a temporary brittle state on the machine and disables the freeze attack of the claws. Okay. Freeze unit. That looks like it's belly. Destroying this component triggers an explosion and disables all freezing base attacks on the other than the claws. Okay. Okay, so those are weak to everything. And then we've got power cell, weakness to shock and tear. Sparker resource can be looted from this component. Shooting this component with shock arrows will trigger an explosion, electrifying anything in. So,
Tower took my shields out. Shut it down for good.
so I can't seem to get it over there. Alright, so we can on there.
I guess we're doing this, big boy.
Was gonna go override it.
Low and quiet does it.
Don't know that we'll get a chance to use a spark.
You're not gonna like this. Scary new machine, down. Now back to finding
All right.
Araya. Which means we've got to climb.
Yeah, I wanted to get up here and override this thing. Not with dude hanging out.
That'll help. I should be able to get up there.
All right, we're getting places.
This must be the shrine Maltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some Google. See why it's worth it.
It's a storm bird.
Maltuk said Araya went past the shrine, into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs. An ancient door. Maybe Araya's inside.
Okay, but how did she open?
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy. I should just go to bed.
He's got a crush on his coworker, huh? Can't say that's never happened. Yeah. Damn girls and their feminine wiles there, you know. Smell good stuff and all that. Always enticing us men.
Strange equipment. What was this place?
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
Director of Security Blevins is writing us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Guy sounds like an asshole. I've had bosses like that. What was this thing? The door again. Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with the state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary Lambent ocular door access. So here's the slow version again. The thing in the middle is the source node. Turn it on. Yeah, I know. Hard, right? Then you've got to turn the other nodes so that the data streams containing your credentials gets back to the source. Some nodes are used to buffer corrupt or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough, because you know, they're red, like a stop sign. I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but with this crowd, who knows? Anyway, that's it. Get the data stream back to the source and the door open. It's really not that tough, but if you need me to, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not going to touch your hand. Alright, so that's for the door. Yeah.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door. Looks like the door's wired to something over here.
Alright, so let's go back in that room first, just so we don't, like, bypass story. But obviously that's where we're going next, so... I guess we already kind of did. Alright, so there's nothing in here, unfortunately. I guess we were trying to get in. Oh. That's the way we came in? No.
Another email from my sister. I haven't got time to think, let alone reply. Oh, that photo of the girl she sent didn't do much for my conscience. Jenny looks pretty proud of her pilgrim costume. Crap. I've never missed Thanksgiving before. And chances for Christmas? Near zero. I can't even tell them that all the work I'm doing is to keep them safe.
That's gotta suck. Okay, fine. I won't go that way. She wants to get stuck on the chair.
supposed to do with these lights? These things turn, changing the flow of light. All right. Let's see if the door's open.
Let's see, the puzzles like that aren't too hard. Even like, obviously the shaman wasn't over here. She didn't have the door open. She couldn't have opened the door, so I don't know how they're gonna justify her being out here. Unless she took a different route.
Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there. Cold. Very cold. I get it. Looks like I need to get to those stairs.
You know, when there's a save point like that, it means one of two things: convenience,
Higher to climb. Maria must be close.
convenience, or hey, we're about to screw you over. You need to save. Now she could have climbed up a different way
Here somewhere.
and gotten here. First stage of main facility complete. Attention, all staff. It's with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure on our primary facility. This compound will be the nerve center for our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. But even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you have accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me in CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kennedy Chow, Project Director. All right, so I mean, obviously she's made it up this far before, but I don't think they got through the door on the other section. I think they just came out and climbed a different way that we didn't climb.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
That's funny. Well, Mr. Blevins seems like an asshole. But, yeah, I mean, when you're stuck here, you gotta resort to something to get your frustrations out. Could have been worse. Right, so it wants us to go that way. I don't see any. Okay. See, how did she get in this door?
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
Okay, so we already know she's crazy. Well, sort of. Alright, what's in this room? All kinds of stuff.
Some kind of animal.
Another figure.
Keepsake of the old ones.
I thought that was audio, but okay.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installed lambent ocular technology in the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center, it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team. To access the system, activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the other nodes to direct the data systems with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes. They're used to isolate any corrupt or suspicious data. I'm sure somebody you'll thank Blevins for making our work so very, very secure. Kenny. I don't know why it's triggering twice.
Show me what you did, and then we'll speak.
The goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Alright, so that goes there. Okay. So that doesn't work. So that goes that way. So this one needs to go that way, maybe? Yeah, so that's not a big enough. Okay, so this one could go that way. And that one can go this way. That one can go. Didn't mean to go that far around, but hey, that way. And then this one goes that way. And then this one. It doesn't like that. Oh, it's got to come in that side. Okay.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you. No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forced. Aurea,
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back.
So, okay. So that seems just like another AI. Not one of the over ones. And it seems like the daemon is one of those AIs that Gaia was using to terraform and stuff. Good to know. This one seems like a sub-process.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. A wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's Drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit.
Yes. Inside Thunder's Drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul. Cut off from what it needs. Lonely. Forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's Drum. The last time... She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something... evil. She named it the daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again. Until today.
What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help?
I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him... I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Werak of great hunters to defeat the daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After. He and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
About silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Huh. There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Huh. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She's suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.